Hi, this is Christy Whitman, and welcome to the Quantum Success Show, where you can get information and inspiration on how to manifest your desires. Today, I'm going to be talking about the law of allowing. And the law of allowing is one of those laws that really people have a hard time getting their mind around. And once they do, it's like, how do you apply it? How does it apply to me? How does it apply to, how I relate with other people? And does it apply to when I want to create something in my relationship with the universe? And the way to think about the law of allowing is really the principle of no resistance. And what I mean by that is anytime you feel yourself constricted, because remember, everything is energy, if you find yourself constricting, if you're judging someone, you're constricting. If you're criticizing someone, you're constricting. If you're not appreciating or respecting the pace at which things are going, you're constricting. When you want something to be different than it actually is, you're not in allowing. It is what it is a really good mantra for the law of allowing. Now, I like to think of the law of allowing as three different aspects. One, the relationship that you have with yourself. Who are you? How do you show up in the world? What are the issues that come up for you? What are patterns that you need to change? Things like that. Then there's also a relationship that you have with others, the energy exchange that you have with other people. Do you constantly want other people to be different in order for you to be happy? Their behavior needs to be changed in some way, and then you'll be happy. Because that is certainly not in a place of allowing. When you can accept someone or something the way it is, that's being in a place of allowing. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. And then there's a relationship that you have with the universe. When you put out there something that you want to manifest, do you allow the universe to bring it through in perfect right time? Do you trust that the universe is going to bring it through? Or are you fighting against the timing, your own timing of when something should happen? Whenever you're saying the word should, this person should do something different, I should do something different, I should have done that, the universe should be giving me my job at this point, or my partner. Whenever you're shoulding, you're not in a space of allowing. You're wanting something to be different than it is. Think of it this way. There's a difference between approving of something and allowing or really accepting something. So I'll give you an example. I'll give you a couple of examples. My sister had committed suicide almost 15 years ago. And although I miss her very much, I will never approve of what she did. Never in a million years will I approve of what she did. But for me to get my own sense of peace in my life and to be back in that space of allowing and to feel that higher connection, I needed to accept what she did. If I was still pushing against and questioning, why did she do this? How could she do this? What was she thinking? What could I have done differently? That's not being in a place of acceptance. I had to go to the place of acceptance to really allow myself to move forward. I'll never approve of it, but I definitely accept it. I'll give you another example. There are family members that I have, and they are very much rooted in lack. And we're going to talk about the law of sufficiency and abundance in another video. And when they are rooted in lack, it's very uncomfortable. I don't approve of the way they talk. I don't approve of the way their perspective is always about it's never enough. But I've gotten to a place now where I can at least accept that that's their reality. And if I accept that that's their reality, then I can have compassion for them. I can actually come from a place of, that's theirs, this is mine. They are the way they are, I am the way I am. And because they're the way they are, that's not going to affect what I create in my reality, which is I choose to tune into abundance. And so when I hear something coming that sounds like something I don't want or something should not be saying, I then reaffirm to myself what I want in my own life. So if they're saying, oh, there's just not enough jobs out there, the economy's da-da-da-da-da, I affirm that, you know what, I live in an abundant universe. My universe, there's plenty of job opportunities for many people. There's plenty of all sorts of good things to go around. That puts me in an allowing space. But if I tried to change their mind or change what they thought or even fought against, no, that's not true, we're in an abundant world, that's not true, then I'm constricted as well. So the law of allowing really is about acceptance. It's about another way of thinking about would be surrender. If you surrender into what is, it doesn't mean that you never want to, create something else or different in your life. That's not what that means. But it means that looking at your life, really looking at in truth, this is what your life is. This is what it is right now. I know I had some resistance going from a single woman to a married woman and then to all of a sudden having 2 children. There are moments where it's like, oh man, parenting's hard and I just want to be that single woman again, not have any responsibilities. And when I'm in that moment of resisting what is, then I'm miserable. Then it's hard for me to really show up as a loving parent. But when I get that, it is what it is. This is my life now. And accept it and then find the appreciation in that what is, that's when my heart opens and I can settle down. Because then I'm in no resistance. Resistance is fear, doubt, pushing against anything, resentment, anger. And it's always because we're wanting something to be different than it is. We're not in a space of allowing. And we all have we all have that opportunity in every moment to either look at something and go, oh, I don't want it to be this way, and push against something, or to go, it is what it is. This is the situation, it is what it is. That puts you in an allowing place. And with things being the way it is, then I can choose what I want to create in my future. So it's important to know that when you're in a space of allowing, your energy is open. You can connect more with yourself. You can connect more with your divine. You can certainly connect more with the people around you in your life, like your husband, your wife, your children, your extended family, your mothers, your fathers, your brothers, your sisters, and your friends and support system. When you're accepting, everybody is who they are. Nobody is perfect. And we all have ideas of how people should be, and that should, or that judgment, is wanting someone to be different than they are, opposite of allowing. Now, there's a whole side of the law of allowing when, someone is hurting you or they're being disrespectful to you. And it's up to us not to try to put boundaries for other people. Like, you cannot treat me that way. That's not about boundaries. It's about coming from ourselves and feeling our own edges, feeling where, ouch, that hurt. So it's communicating from the I that this doesn't feel good to me. And then there's the extension of the universe. And when you're wanting to create something, being in a space of excitement, being in a space of expansion, that's when your manifestations can come through. That's when the flow can come through. When you think of a relationship with the universe, with people in your life, and even with yourself, everything is energy. If it's constricted, love cannot flow. If it's expanded, it can flow all day long. And that's when manifestations come through. So, in order to master the law of allowing, instead of trying to approve of everybody, just accept everybody. Instead of approving of the situation that you're in, maybe financially, with your job, with your boss, with your husband or wife, or your children, you don't necessarily have to approve of it, but get into that place of acceptance. And you'll be well on your way to feeling that expansion that it feels like when you're in alignment with the law of allowing. Thank you so much. Have an awesome week.